What's up, my friends? So today I have a review and testing for Smart Fabric AB version 3 by Gtechniq, the UK brand. So this is a fabric coating, nanoparticle fabric coating for the interior of your car. It's alcohol based. It's supposed to protect against water-based stain and repel water-based product and oil-based product. So I applied this 2 years ago in my trunk. So we'll see if it's still alive 2 years ago on the fabric part of the trunk, right? And then I applied it on my floor mats in the front, the removable floor mats. I applied it on both sides and I let the floor mats get dirty day to day as a daily driver. So today I'm gonna show you how to clean your floor mats in a basic way with basic tools and also with an extractor, hot water extractor. So with some advanced tool, we'll see if this product survive 2 rounds or a couple rounds of cleaning, brushing, and all of that. So I hope you guys stick around. I have some content for all of you guys, so stick around and let's get to it. Okay, so before we jump in the video, let me give you a quick breakdown of Gtechniq Smart Fabric AB version 3. So what is it? This is a fabric protectant. I would go as far as saying this is like a ceramic coating, but for your fabric material and carpets for the interior. So this should last between 6 to 12 months inside the car. You can also apply this on your convertible tops. And this is a color safe product, so it will not affect the color of your carpets and other fabrics material. So according to Gtechniq, because it's a strong alcohol based product, it should kill 99% of the bacteria inside your car, and it will also prevent future buildup of mild and mildew. Now, before we apply this product on our carpets, you'll want to go through a thorough clean of the carpets themselves. So I'll have a full cleaning process at the end of the video, but really quick here, I wanna make sure that we're on the same page. You'll want to do a nice thorough vacuum, dry brush your carpets, really dislodge all the debris that is stuck within the carpet's fibrous materials. And then you're gonna wanna use a dedicated carpet cleaner or an APC. Again, you're gonna spray that, brush it, and obviously remove as much of the liquids as possible. You're gonna let your carpet dry for at least 48 hours according to Gtechniq. I know it's a lot, but they recommend for the best results, your carpets should be dry for at least 48 hours. I can't vouch for the results if you skip this step. If you apply this too soon, it might not work as well. Again, you need to work in a well-ventilated area. This product has a really strong alcohol scent. Next, you'll want to use gloves to apply this product. And then you're gonna spray a nice layer, a nice even layer all over the mat, and use your hand with the gloves obviously, and really help it to spread the product evenly on all the fabric material. So the alcohol is just gonna be some kind of wetting agent. So it's gonna really penetrate the fibers really easily with that way. So there's no need for many layers of this product. According to Gtechniq, once again, Gtechniq is saying that the second layer will get repelled by the first one. So only one nice layer of this product. And lastly, you'll want to avoid any overspray of this product on the interior plastic, or for example, if you're spraying this on a convertible tops, you'll want to cover any other material that is not fabric, for example, the paint or the plastic around the window sills. You'll want to cover that. This could leave, you could end up with some stains with this product, so I would recommend you really take your time and cover all the areas. If you're spraying this on the interior, be really careful to not overspray on your plastic. Personally, I have not had any problem with it, but Gtechniq is really giving us a solid warning about overspray of this product, so I would trust them on that. So the full effect of this product will only take place 24 hours after you applied it. So wait 24 hours and then you can go in the element with your carpets or your convertible. Now that you know a little bit more about this product, let's move into the second part of the video. Okay guys, so it's been about a month since we applied the Smart Fabric by Gtechniq. So I left my floor mats dirty on purpose, so I did not clean this for the whole month. I had my feet wet I've been in some snow early March and a bunch of rainstorms. So this is a real world situation. So we're gonna clean this off and test if our floor mat is still beating water. And obviously I have the other floor mats that is pretty much unused inside the car on the passenger side. And in the trunk, I have applied it 2 years ago with a different bottle than this. So we're gonna test all of that, and along the way, I'll show you how I clean floor mats dirty like this. And also I have a couple more floor mats here from my wife's car. There's some salt accumulation, some dirt, but pretty much those are under her WeatherTech mat. So they're just dirty around the edges. You see here the salt accumulation. So I want to show you how I can get rid of that. So I'll be brief on the cleaning side, but still I will go through the steps using a couple different tools. I'll show you a couple methods, and also I'll use the extractor, the injection and extraction with hot water. I'll show you how to clean those with basic tools, but I want to demonstrate the power of this machine at the same time. We're gonna use two different products for the carpet. So here I have already pre-mixed, not pre-mixed, but just poured the Adams carpet and upholstery cleaner in this empty bottle. So forget the label here. This is the Adams product. So I really love this product. I just recently got it. It has no smell and it doesn't foam. So it's really nice to do an extraction. So let me shake it up. As you can see, pretty much no foam. It's very low, very, very low foam, just like this one from 3D. So I've used this product a lot in the past. Okay, so first off, let's get some gloves, right? Don't want to use the chemical. Don't want to have the chemicals on your hands. So when you get a floor mat like this, the first thing that you should think about is getting all that sand and grit and dust off before introducing any liquids. This is the first step in having a successful clean, which is called dry cleaning. So you want to dry clean this as much as possible. There's many different ways to get this done, but personally what I like to use the compressor with the cleaning gun, which is called the Tornador, right? So you can do that, but I'm guessing not a lot of you guys have that at home, okay? So you can use forced air. That's probably the fastest and best method. But for demonstration purposes and to help the average guy out there, we're gonna clean this off with just a simple drill brush, which you can find this for about $5, maybe even less. So you're gonna use your drill. I hope you have a drill, guys. Okay, so this is gonna get in and you lock it in place. So for most of you guys, I'm sure you have that. And this is the version to agitate the product and the fibers. And that one would be something like a toilet brush. We'll use it at a 95-degree angle to release and just go open the fibers up and let the dust be removed easily. Okay, so that's the first step. If you don't have any of those tools, go ahead and get a brush that has somewhat of a firm bristle, but not too stiff, not something to brush some really hard surfaces, because you're gonna damage the fibers. So the fibers are really resistant, but use common sense. If you have something really brittle, that's gonna be a nightmare. So use something that have some gives, and you can do that by hand brush. You can go outside and hit it against a wall or something like that. You can tap behind. There's many different ways to get this clean. All right, so let's give it a couple taps. So when you see the dust coming out, that's a good sign. So I recommend you go and you brush until you don't see anything else getting released in the air, all right? Okay, so you can already tell the dirt, the dust, everything that we had is pretty much gone. Obviously, we still have a tint of brown, So this is where our cleaning process is gonna come handy. But first off, before we put any water on there, I wanna see if our product, our fabric coating is still beating water, right? So let me get some water here and we'll test out if it's still beating, because we had our feet placed on this for a month, and we also introduced liquids from the road, liquids from the dirt, and dirt from the roads. So let's check it out. So I wanna see if this coating is still somewhat in there. Oh, that's a good sign, right? So it's still beating, as you can see, which is great. Actually, it's still beating really good. I'm impressed. I was not expecting that. So over here, this is where we have our two brown spot, which is where the both feet are usually around this area. It's not beating as great because there's probably some contamination that we have to clean off. Okay guys, so far we know that our product is still protecting this floor mat in some way. So am I gonna be removing the fabric coating by cleaning those two areas? So I'm wondering if we introduce cleaner, brushing and wiping off. I'm curious to see if it's gonna be, if the protectant product is gonna be removed or it's gonna be holding up. So I'm gonna clean this and we'll let it dry and we'll test out if the coating, the protectant, the fabric protectant is still holding up. So the vacuum, obviously we did some friction on there. Okay, so it's still beating good. Like you can see, the beads are fairly round and they're gonna go off just by shaking your mat. So I wanna do the Adams carpet and upholstery cleaner. So I'm gonna have to prime my sprayer. It's a brand new sprayer. Okay, so we're ready. Gonna do a couple sprays. So at this point, you got a couple options. You could use your hand brush and agitate that. So on the right side, I'm gonna use the white bristle drill brush. Okay, so wipe this off. So I'm really curious to see if this carpet is going to be beating water once this is dry. Have we removed Gtechniq Smart Fabric by cleaning it? So now it's still slightly wet, but you can see it looks pretty clean. The brown is gone. And again, no smell, no harsh chemical. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry a couple hours and I'll take the camera out later on. Once it's dry, we're gonna test out if our product is still alive after we cleaned our carpet, all right? Okay guys, so at this point, let's do the driver's side from an old carpet, which had a WeatherTech on it. But there's still residual salt from maybe previous winters. So for the salt, I've seen a lot of comments online. People are saying that you gotta use acid product, you gotta use this, you gotta use that. In my experience, cleaning salt residue on floor mats, on carpets, the only technique that works to remove that, it's some boiling water, some really hot water. No, you don't need vinegar. All you need is boiling water. So maybe a really strong steamer would work. But personally, I have not had much success with my steamer for this. It's probably not strong enough. But first, you want to scrub this. As you can see, this is a really stiff brush. So you want to scrub this first at the edges and probably get rid of the bulk. So it's the same principle, right? Dry cleaning first, as much as possible. I'll give it a quick brush and then a quick vacuum, and we'll extract it. So as you can see, we still have some white powder, white residue from the dried out salt, but it's not thick. Carpet cleaner and upholstery, good amount, nothing crazy. Hi guys, I like to use a drill brush. It's gonna save your elbows and maybe your shoulder. You're gonna do a lot more passes in less time, so it's more efficient as well. So I'm gonna apply more product straight into the stains. And more passes around the edges. All right, so it looks really good. It's fairly dry, guys. This machine is really impressive. So as you can see, Adams doesn't foam, so I'm spraying a good amount at the same spot. Agitate with a brush and you barely see some white. There's no foam in this product. I love it, guys. Okay, guys, so back to our BMW floor mat where we applied our Smart Fabric about 35 days ago. So we just cleaned it. If Smart Fabric is still making this beading after a hand clean, we're gonna use the extractor and test again, all right? So this is fully dried in the sun. So let's see if Smart Fabric applied a month ago in daily driving situation, once clean, is still beading water. Okay, so this is where our 2 feet are rubbing every day. So as you can see, it's doing good, right? And on the sides, it seems like it's beading slightly more. So guys, I'm happy to report that Smart Fabric survived a month, and that even after cleaning it with a brush, with a carpet cleaner, and a microfiber rag, it's still beading. So what I want to test now, I'm going to apply a second round of the cleaner, which is Adams carpet and upholstery cleaner. I'm going to apply a second round right now. I'm going to clean it with the extractor. We're going to put this back in the sun to get it dry, and we're going to test a second time the beading effect or the protectant product. If it survived the extractor with hot water, don't forget this is a hot water extractor. Okay guys, so I'm outside. The floor mats are fully dried right now. They've been here in the bright sun, really bright. And here's the BMW, so it's not the same material, obviously. This one looks not as dark as the other one. It's different material, right? All right guys, so this is what we've got now. It's fully clean a second time with the extractor. So no crusty effect, no sticky effect from the cleaner. I really like Adams. So let's test if Gtechniq Smart Fabric AB version 3, if our protectant is still beading, rejecting water from the surface that we applied it to. Oh yes, guys, it's a good product. Really impressed. And even where I thought we had some degradation, it seems to be better than before because the fabric has been cleaned up. So guys, this is going to be a positive review right here, right now. 1 month later, still looks very good. All right. So then take your rag, just wipe off the excess. Ready to go again. Okay, my friends, so we have cleaned up our floor mats a second time with the extractor and our cleaner. We brushed it good, extracted, and it's still beating water. I'm really impressed. I was not expecting this to survive after 2 rounds of cleaning, and after the fact that we clean it with really hot water from the extractor. I'm really impressed. As far as the other mats are concerned, hopefully you watched the whole thing. With the extractor and the Adams carpet and upholstery cleaner. As you can see, the white residue is gone. The carpets are looking good. Okay, so the downsides with Adams is gonna be the price. So you're gonna pay a premium price for a premium product. So this is a non-dilutable product. This is a ready to use. So I poured a full liter in my spray bottle here. And as you can see, we did 5 mats. And I did not cheap out on the product that I used. So we used about a third, maybe a fourth of a liter. If you're doing it at home, don't hesitate to buy this product. It's an amazing cleaner. And guys, before we go, I want to show you what we pulled out. The floor mats were not really dirty, right? But look at what we cleaned up. Hopefully you can see on camera. So sometimes you don't expect to have that much dirt, but look at it. All right, guys, so I approve those 2 products. They have my stamp of approval. Guys, if you want to know more about cleaning your interior, I have a video on leather cleaning here, and I have a video on the best interior detailer there. And with that being said, guys, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.